Tokugawa Ieyasu is one of the most important figures in Japanese history, being remembered as one of the most influential architects of Japan's early modern era, and a pivotal force behind the unification of the nation. Known as the founder of the Tokugawa Shogunate, Ieyasu's life, political acumen, and military feats have captivated historians and scholars' attention for centuries now, and his legacy as a master strategist and shrewd politician remains unmatched in Japanese history even to this day. Rising from troubled beginnings as a hostage of rival clans, Ieyasu would ascend to power as the supreme military leader of Japan, establishing a dynasty that would endure for over 2 centuries. However, while his life was defined by cunning leadership, military prowess, and an enduring vision of everlasting peace, his death marked the conclusion of a monumental journey that reshaped Japanese history. Tokugawa Ieyasu would pass away in the year 1616, leaving behind a legacy of stability and order that shaped the nation's trajectory for centuries to come. But what were the circumstances surrounding the final days of this extraordinary shogun? How did the architect of Japan's unification spend his last moments, and what events led to his passing? By critically analyzing Jesuit letters and Japanese historical records, we will explore the final chapter of Ieyasu's life and attempt to understand how exactly did this powerful ruler of Japan actually die. But before we begin, don't forget, if you want to find out more about the deaths of some of history's greatest figures, then subscribe to my channel, Historical Exit. Before we can begin an in-depth analysis into the final days and ultimate death of Tokugawa Ieyasu, it is first essential to have a basic understanding of the life and legacy of the man who unified Japan and established the Tokugawa Shogunate. Born in 1543 in Mikawa province, Ieyasu's early years were shaped by the turmoil of the Sengoku period, a bloody and brutal time where warring clans and shifting alliances were the norm in Japan. Sent as a hostage to secure his family's political survival, Ieyasu learned the value of patience, politics, and military strategy. Over the years, he rose to prominence by allying with influential leaders like Oda Nobunaga and Toyotomi Hideyoshi, skillfully navigating the volatile political landscape of 16th century Japan. However, Ieyasu's greatest triumph would come in the year 1600 at the Battle of Sekigahara, where his victory against the forces of Ishida Mitsunari would establish him as Japan's most powerful daimyo, and in 1603 he would solidify his authority by becoming shogun, marking the beginning of an eventual era of peace and stability under Tokugawa rule. Although he retired from the title in 1605, Ieyasu continued to wield power behind the scenes, guiding his successors and shaping Japan's future. But how did the man who founded a dynasty meet his end, and what were the circumstances surrounding his passing? There are 2 predominant theories that are present in historical texts and modern academia in regards to the manner of passing for Tokugawa Ieyasu, which occurred on June 1st, 1616, with the events leading to his passing being unclear and debatable. But the most common retelling claims that Ieyasu became severely ill after consuming a meal of tempura, which is a dish of lightly battered and fried seafood or vegetables. Although this is a common dish in Japan now, this was a new introduction into Japanese society by Portuguese missionaries, and it is suspected that the tempura may not have been cooked properly, resulting in digestional issues for the elderly shogun. It is believed that the improperly cooked tempura may have aggravated an existing gastrointestinal issue or may have caused food poisoning as well. It is widely speculated that Tokugawa Ieyasu was suffering from either a gastrointestinal illness or stomach cancer during the last few years of his life, and the poor health of Tokugawa Ieyasu can be found mentioned in extracts of letters found written by Jesuit priest João Rodrigues, where he states that the old shogun, weary from his years and stricken with illness, took to his quarters and bore his final days with the same composure that marked his life, commanding respect even in his last breaths. Furthermore, it is also documented in the historical text the Tokugawa Jiki, also known as the Tokugawa Chronicles, that the shogun was suffering from severe abdominal issues near the end of his life. and although he was in constant pain, he stayed stoic and composed till his very last moments, with the chronicle stating that his final days were spent at Sumpu Castle, where he entrusted his legacy to his successors. He spoke no words of complaint, bearing the illness that took him, as if it were a part of the natural order of life. Therefore, based on the limited information we have available to us on the last days of Tokugawa Ieyasu, we can ascertain with a high degree of certainty that this formidable and powerful shogun passed away from either a gastrointestinal issue such as Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, or he may potentially have had stomach cancer as well. But of course, it would be pretty much impossible to prove which of these theories is correct based on the minimal information we have discovered so far in contemporary sources and documents. However, the story of Tokugawa Ieyasu does not end with his death, as he would be deified posthumously as Toshu Daigojen, a manifestation of Buddha, and he would be enshrined at the Nikko Toshogu Shrine. By being deified after his death, Ieyasu was hoping to be able to protect his descendants from evil and ill intent, and it would seem he was effective in this goal, as the Tokugawa shogunate would rule Japan for over 250 years. All due to the effective strategies Ieyasu had implemented during his own lifetime. So I really hope you found this video to be educational and engaging, and if you did enjoy the video, please do like and share this video with others, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel Historical Exit so you can find out more about the deaths of some of history's greatest figures. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.